Hello, Internet, and welcome to You've Probably Never Heard of It, Obscure, Older, and Awesome Anime. Given that the COVID-19 pandemic has effectively canceled our convention season, and we are all hunkering down and staying at home, I decided to put a few of my panels online, and this seems like a very appropriate choice to suggest some anime for you to watch while you are waiting out this pandemic. My tastes range from cute and fluffy to cat needs serious psychological help. And I thought I would share you some of my more little known favorite series to maybe broaden your horizons and help you find something to enjoy. Usually this panel includes clips of these series, but for brevity's sake and to avoid getting sued, I just decided to describe some of these series and maybe convince you to try a few of them out. That being said, let's begin. The first series I will discuss is Princess Knight. This debuted in 1967 and is a shoujo series by Osamu Tezuka, the godfather of anime. It is also known as Choppy and the Princess. This is not the first ever shoujo anime series. That honor goes to Sally and the Witch. But this is one of the first shoujo series, and it's a great girl power series without being preachy or ham-fisted. I will admit the animation is quite dated, and it uses some rather dated voice acting. Just deal with it because it's still a great series. And it features a princess that is raised as a boy so she can rule her kingdom instead of her evil uncle. If you like series like Rose of Versailles or Revolution Girl Utena, you may enjoy the series. The next series I'd like to discuss is Space Pirate Captain Harlock, which debuted in 1978. This is not a particularly obscure series, but I include it for the benefit of our younger viewers because a certain Western series, Steven Universe, decided to copy some of the style for their series. Space Pirate Captain Harlock is the classic space opera and has a lot of spaghetti Western elements. It was also created by Leiji Matsumoto, one of anime's pioneers. And this isn't so much a series, it's more like several series that are loosely connected to each other. It's more of a universe, kind of like an MCU. And it also influenced many modern anime series, such as Steven Universe. It also has similarities to Cowboy Bebop, Battleship Yamato, which is part of the same universe as Captain Harlock. And Firefly borrows a lot of elements from Harlock. So enjoy! The next series is a personal favorite of mine, Gankotsuo, the Count of Monte Cristo, which debuted in 2004. And it's basically the Count of Monte Cristo in space. It's literally the same novel written by Alexandre Dumas. It features a really gorgeous, really unique animation style. It layers Photoshop textures over the animation, and it's really, really interesting, really gorgeous. The soundtrack is beautiful, and it features fantastic voice acting, both Japanese and English, so whichever you prefer, you're going to be in for a treat. You will notice some very familiar voices in this series. So if you like the novel, The Count of Monte Cristo, or if you like V for Vendetta, which was based loosely on The Count of Monte Cristo, you'll probably enjoy this series. The next series also takes place in France, The Rose of Versailles, which debuted in 1979. And this also is not a very obscure series. This series blew up huge in Japan and is very popular in Europe. However, it did not come to the US until recently. And it's basically a historical fan fiction of the French Revolution. And even though it is a fan fiction, it is historically accurate and correctly documents all the events leading up to the French Revolution. You see Marie Antoinette, you see her downfall. There's lots of wonderful cosplay fodder here, the beautiful dresses, wonderful military uniforms. And if you're into that, it does play a lot with gender roles, especially with the lead character of Oscar de Dargès. The manga is currently being released in the United States, so look out for that. And if you enjoyed Revolution Girl Utano, which borrows very heavily from Rose of Versailles, if you like the Three Musketeers, any kind of classic French series, you'll probably like Rose of Versailles. And while it is not nearly as violent as Game of Thrones, it is quite similar. So enjoy. The next series is an oldie but a goodie, Serial Experiments Lain, which debuted in 1998. And it talked about virtual reality and living on the internet before it was cool. And if you enjoyed Sword Art Online and Dot Hack, you're definitely going to enjoy this series. It discusses philosophical subjects regarding what is truly real, what is your identity, what does it mean to be human. And if you also enjoyed Ghost in the Shell and The Matrix, you'll probably find elements in this series that you will enjoy. Next is a series with all the feels, Phoenix, which debuted in 1967, and it's Osamu Tezuka's treatise on life, the universe, and everything, and is considered to be his greatest work. You can read the manga in the US, and it's the basis of several anime adaptations, so it's really a factor of which one you get your hands on. And hi, I'm a Tezuka fangirl, so if you are also a Tezuka fangirl, definitely pick this one up. If you like Astro Boy, Metropolis, King of the White Lion, you're definitely going to enjoy this series. It also is very similar to Cloud Atlas. If you enjoyed that movie, you'll probably enjoy this one. Next is another personal favorite, Ergo Proxy, which debuted in 2006. And it's very similar to Tezuka's Metropolis, and it considers concepts such as cogito ergo sum, I think, therefore I am, and other philosophical ideas regarding identity. And the plot is that androids have become self-aware and are turning on their owners, and the title character, Real Mayer, has to figure out why this is happening. It's very unique. It's a very good detective type series. It's really strange and really cool. And if you like Metropolis, if you enjoyed AI, Steven Spielberg's AI, or if you enjoyed iRobot, either the movie or the book, I definitely encourage you check this out. Next is another series that's not particularly obscure. It's just really good, and I really want everyone to watch it. It's Noeen, which debuted in 2005. And this series involves parallel universes, alternate realities, and time travel. And it centers upon a young girl upon which the future pivots. If you enjoy Doctor Who, if you enjoyed the Butterfly Effect, this series has a lot of themes that are similar to it. I really highly encourage it. And I promise you, it has a happier ending than the Butterfly Effect. Now I will switch gears to talk about Kenichi the Mind's Disciple, which debuted in 2006. If you like martial arts, or if you like fan service, you'll probably like this series. Like Kenichi, I was bullied in high school and started taking martial arts, so of course I closely identified with this series, and I've been doing martial arts for over 25 years. And another thing I like about this series, it shows a great sampling of different styles. You see Taekwondo, you see Karate, Aikido, Kung Fu, Muay Thai, and every practitioner of the different arts, they move like you expect that practitioner to move. So if you enjoy Naruto, if you enjoy Street Fighter, if you like the Karate Kid, you'll definitely like this series. The next series is another personal favorite, The Big O, which debuted in 1999. And if this series looks similar to Batman, it's not an accident because the same studio did both series. And this series is basically Batman meets Neon Genesis Evangelion. It's got a great noir-esque atmosphere, and you have giant robots slamming into other giant robots, which is always a treat. And if you enjoyed Eva, you enjoyed Ghost in the Shell, if you enjoyed Batman, you'll enjoy this series. And it's it's a really unique series. It's really special to my heart, so I hope it'll be special to your heart. The next series is probably my favorite anime series of all time, Basilisk, which debuted in 2005. And it's basically an Edo-era Romeo and Juliet, but they're ninjas. This series is based on Futaro Yamada's The Koga Ninja Scrolls from 1958. and it's got a little something for everyone. It's got violence, it's got fighting, it's got romance, it's got a little fan service. There's also a live action movie that was spawned from the series called Shinobi, which is also a really great movie to watch. And if you enjoy Samurai 7, Moroni Kitchen, if you like the Hunger Games, you'll probably like this series. However, I will note to the parents in the audience, this is decidedly not a series for children. I don't recommend children watch this. I also want to include a trigger warning because the series does have a few scenes with sexual assault. So please be aware of that. Otherwise, enjoy. Now, if you are looking for something to show to your children, you can't go wrong with the Fantastic Adventures of Unico, which debuted in 1981. Now, this is not really an anime series, it's really just 2 movies. And yes, it's another Osamu Tezuka classic, and it centers around a unicorn that makes people happy, which displeases the gods. And the West Wind has to hide Unico in different places to keep the gods from killing Unico. This was produced by Sanrio, yes, the same company that produced Hello Kitty, and Tezuka Productions. And it's really cute, it's really sweet, and I'm sure your children will love it. I'm sure you will love it. And if you like Kim of the White Lion, if you like Hello Kitty, or even if you like The Last Unicorn, you will love these 2 movies. And last but definitely not least, I would like people to check out Princess Tutu, which debuted in 2002. The series is about ballet, and it's not as stupid as that sounds. The plot is a duck falls in love with a prince and becomes a girl to help restore his heart. And all the fights, all the disputes are solved by these epic ballet dance battles, and it's gorgeous. It's got a beautiful soundtrack. The voice acting is amazing. I cannot recommend this series enough. I almost cried at the end because I was rooting for Duck so hard, and I don't cry very easily, so please check this out. If you love Cardcaptor Sakura, if you love Sailor Moon, if you like ballet, if you like Swan Lake, you'll definitely enjoy this series. Now, hopefully, these were enough recommendations to get you through this pandemic, but I would be remiss if I did not tell you where you can find these series. Most of these series are available for purchase on rightstuffanime.com. You can also stream them online via Crunchyroll or Funimation.com or Amazon Prime. And when we eventually dig ourselves out from this pandemic and start going back to conventions, you could probably find them in the dealer's room. So please check these out. Please support the official releases because we want these studios to keep producing awesome content for us. And enjoy. And that is the panel, people. I thank you so much for your time and allowing me to recommend to you some really awesome anime. And once again, this has been Cat's Play. And while we are dealing with this scary pandemic, just keep calm and watch anime.